would also like to wish Jeff Gordon a very happy 48th birthday. If you did not know, he is my favorite driver of all time. Here's his Hall of Fame hat. But he's turning 48 today, and we would like to wish him a happy birthday. So happy birthday to Jeff Gordon. Woo! Chase Elliott's really good at stressing his fans out when it comes down to the last lap and winning races. But man, Truex, for the second consecutive year, Chase Elliott has to hold off Martin Truex Jr. for a win at Watkins Glen. Last year, led the most laps. This year, he led 81 of the 90 laps. But assuming he passes post-race inspection, what a freaking dominant performance. A great weekend for the 9 team. Difference between this year and last year, more laps led in the pole. But, man, what a race. Only the 5th driver of all time to win back-to-back races at Watkins Glen. This year he did it with the NAP car, Rip Sun Energy 1 car. I have that shirt right now, but I do have a NAP hat, so it's all good. But, yeah, my heart is still racing from that, the last 20 laps. Even that restart when Truex started doing Elliott, if Elliott blew a tire and that cost him the race, I would have been really mad at that. But obviously, it was a really, other than like Elliott dominating, everyone's gonna be like, oh, it's because Elliott dominated, no one cares. But it was a pretty solid race. You had conflict, you had tempers flaring with Bubba Wallace, Kyle Busch, William Byron, and Kyle Busch, even Jimmy Johnson and Ryan Blaney. You had guys like Matt DiBenedetto running in the top 10. You just had a lot going on. You had crazy restarts as normal. That turn 1 is such a braking zone, but what a race. Last year, if you didn't know, I did not get to see it. I was busy when Chase Elliott got his first win. I got the notification, saw it, and I kind of freaked out on the inside because the setting I was in would not have been appropriate to freak out, really. But afterwards, I went to my car, lost my mind, that kind of thing. But this year, I got to see it, so I get to basically relive it. That's basically exactly what it was last year, but pretty dominating performance, right? Oh, there he is. See, my dog's a Chase Elliott fan when he wants to be. But, yeah, okay. Whew, that was a chaotic race. I'm still. But major playoff implications as well. That happened. It was a mess. We'll talk about it. But, man, oh, man, I'm still. It's been like 20 minutes and my heart's still racing, as I said. But that was a great ending. Truex chasing him down, said he was just blocked by the dirty air. He just couldn't get around him, couldn't get to him. I really thought Truex had him. I thought Elliott's left rear was going to blow. It did not look good. This year, Elliott did get to do a burnout, unlike last year, but he ran it and added fuel on his 3rd burnout, so that was weird. But all right, let's talk about the day. Chase Elliott wins his 2nd consecutive Watkins Glen race, his 5th career win, his 2nd on the season. I've been preaching about him all year. He needs playoff points, playoff points, playoff points. Perfect freaking race. This is what happened. So Gustafson, good call on the race. Elliott, way to drive it. Great car. They won the first stage in dominating fashion by like 6 seconds. Second stage they won. There was some strategy played, but they were able to get around the cars that were in front of them because the cars in front of them were on older tires, and then Kyle Larson pitted from the lead to give Elliott back the lead. Elliott wins stage 2, and then that last stage, Elliott led the majority of it, minus a couple laps due to pit cycle. But, whoo, that was a stressful race, obviously, and what? Oh, I got the post-race coverage on downstairs. That's what that background noise is. He's going out. So, but, man, chaotic race ending, as I said, but pretty dang good race. But JGR had a really good day as well. They got 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and then Kyle Busch was 11th. Kyle Busch had an up-and-down day early in the race. I think it was lap 2. He tried to pass William Byron for 2nd, spun himself out, and that's when some conflict started. Some conflict started between Kyle Busch and Byron. Kyle Busch okay, someone please tell me if there was previous contact, previous something for Kyle Busch to be pissed off, but he spun himself and then went and acted like it was Byron's fault, wrecked him in the bus stop. Byron went through and got the grass, and it was the end of the stage. So Byron went to rear end him to get the grass off and show him he was displeasure. Kyle Busch brake checks him. But Kyle Busch, when he hit Byron into the bus stop, it did screw up the front of his car. And when Byron hit the back of Kyle Busch's car under caution, it screwed up the front of Byron's car. So initially they screwed themselves from any chance at winning today. But, man, other than that, Joe Gibbs Racing, really good day. Eric Jones, what is this, his 4th straight top 5? He's having a heck of a run right now. After a pretty crappy qualifying session, He ended up qualifying like 15th or something, but he blew a tire in his first lap under qualifying, but he came back. He got a 4th place finish. I think he got some stage points in there, so a really necessary points day for him, a really good points day. Denny Hamlin, no playoff points, so he got some good points, though. Same thing for Truex. Ryan Blaney, he got himself a top 5 to probably up that buffer zone. I haven't looked at it. I will go check on that after I go through the finishing results. 6th place, Matt DiBenedetto. A really good day for him. He's been on a heck of a run. New Hampshire, Watkins Glen, back at Sonoma. He's had a few good runs, so he is showing some improvement, trying to save his ride in essence. 7th, Kevin Harvick, got up there through strategy. But yeah, 8th, Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson, we talked about how he struggles at road courses during the races, so even though he qualifies great, gets a top 10, so good for him. He even led a couple laps. 9th, Brad Keselowski. 10th, Kurt Busch. That's your top 10. Kyle Busch also had another incident with Bubba Wallace. I don't know what happened prior, but it resulted in them banging each other down the front stretch, and then Bubba Wallace eventually just completely dumping him. A caution comes out. I don't think they were happy with each other. I came up right after the race to make this, so there's been a fight or something. I'll find it out on Twitter afterwards. But yeah, if Kyle Busch versus Byron and Bubba, and then Jimmy Johnson versus Blaney. Blaney did hit Johnson. Johnson spun it. Kind of messed up his good day. 12th, Eric Almirola. 13th, Chris Buescher. Good run for Buescher. 14th, Alex Bowman. 15th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 16th, Michael McDowell. McDowell, a pretty good road racer. 17th, Daniel Suarez. That does screw up his average finish at Watkins Glen. He used to have like a 3.5 average. Now it's going to drop. 18th, Paul Menard. He led some laps due to pit cycle. 19th, Jimmy Johnson. As I said, he got some stage points, but he did spin out, and that kind of screwed up his day. He finishes 19th. 20th, Clint Boyer. He was having a really good day. I think he had some issue. I don't know what it was, but he ends up having to pit, finishes 20th. 21st, William Byron. We talked about his issues. 22nd, David Reagan. 23rd, Joey Logano. Pretty crappy day for him. But Chase Elliott is 2 for 2 when the 22 drives that money line car. Unless he's run it somewhere else I don't remember, but Talladega, Watkins Glen, keep running that car, Joey. I like it. 24th, Matt Tifft. 25th, Ryan Newman. Bad day for him. He needed points and needed him bad. He might be out of the playoffs now. We will do another playoff update tomorrow. I'll do a quick update and I'll do an analysis tomorrow. 27th, Ross Chastain. 28th, Bubba Wallace. 29th, Landon Castle. 30th, Ty Dillon. 31st, Austin Dillon. He spun out late in the race. 32nd, Josh Bilicki. 33rd, Cody Ware. 34th, Corey LaJoie. Corey LaJoie, if you did not hear that story, he's given up a month's pay, I believe, so that he can help a cause, raise money for a cause that gives shoes to the less fortunate people. It's a really cool cause, and everyone who donated, they wrote their names on it. I think the goal was like $80,000. I think they're up to like $120,000, so that's really cool. I hope that car didn't get torn up because that was really cool of Corey LaJoie. So his respect points, even if you don't like him, that they should be going through the roof right now. It's a hell of a thing to do for Corey LaJoie. That's really awesome. 34th, Daniel Hemrick, or 35th, Daniel Hemrick. He was involved in a wreck. 36th, Ryan Preece. I don't know what happened to him. Reed Sorensen, he blew an engine. 37th. Yeah. Woo! Chase Elliott won. Playoff bubble. The playoff bubble gets interesting, and I just went downstairs to get a picture of the playoff bubble, and oh man, Jimmy Johnson is not happy. Ryan Blaney spun him, and he was pissed. He was like, yeah, I got dumped. And I went over to talk to him, and he mumbled because he's scared or something, and he's talking a lot of trash, right? And then he's like, well, that's how he races me. I know how to race him now, so basically. And he's like, tune in for the show, guys. So maybe Jimmy Johnson's got some retaliation planned, saying that he is not in a position where he can afford this. But whew, it's getting spicy up in here in the NASCAR world with all this conflict. I love it. It's getting really interesting. I love it. Oh, God. Blurry picture. Almirola, 96 points in. Blaney, 89 points in. Byron loses a couple points. He's 60 points in. Jones, big boy gain. 54 points in. Larson, good gain. 46 points in. Boyer did not move up or move down. Same amount of points. 12 points in. Jimmy Johnson gains 12 points. He is now in. Tied with Ryan Newman, but he has the advantage over better finish. Ryan Newman needs 1 point to knock Jimmy Johnson out. Jimmy Johnson needs 1 point You get the point. Daniel Suarez did gain a little bit. He's only 23 points out. Everyone else needs a win. But, man, conflict. I love it. Conflict. There's going to be like 10 fights at the end of the season. Kyle Busch is going to be fighting 3 people. Ricky Stenhouse is going to be fighting 10 people. And Jimmy Johnson's going to be fighting someone. This is going to be a great rest of the regular season. If it's like this in the playoffs, guys. But Chase Elliott gets himself a freaking win. Gets himself some playoff points I've been begging for. He now has 14 playoff points. He's halfway to the top. But they finally end their cold streak. Good for them. What a race. What a dominating performance by Elliott. Good day to be a Chase Elliott fan. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, leave it a big fat like. If you would like to subscribe, you should subscribe because that would make me happy and it's going to make you happy. I promise.